news. We have a new Towson graduate coming our way, Miss Jennifer Delaney. She'll be graduating with the class of 2020 with a Bachelor's of Science degree in elementary education and a minor in deaf studies. So, Ms. Delaney, are you looking forward to graduating soon?
Yes, I'm a little disappointed that it's going to be pushed to the fall, but I will still have earned my degree that I've worked so hard for.
Yes, I'm sure you have. It says in your records that you were able to complete your minor in 2 years instead of 4. That must have taken a lot of work and time.
Yeah, it did. I think at one point I was taking 22 credits in one semester. It was a lot of work, but well worth my time. I love sign language and everything I've learned about deaf culture and the deaf community.
Wow, that's amazing. Next, let's look at your major, elementary education. And before we go into specifics, can you tell me why you wanted to become a teacher?
Well, I've always wanted to be a teacher ever since I could line my stuffed animals up in a row, and I have never really had a plan B, so hopefully this works out. But I also love working with children and making a difference. I love the idea of teaching something new to someone who didn't think that they could accomplish that before.
Wow, that's really great. What do you feel are your best qualities as a teacher? And what do you want to learn more about?
Well, I am nowhere near perfect. I am definitely a novice teacher, but I think my ability to recognize that I won't ever be perfect and accepting that and being patient with myself is something that I've started to understand the importance of and have definitely worked on in my teaching experience. And I most certainly want to become more in tune with my students' needs. I can understand body language and behavioral psychology pretty naturally, but I now need to work on centering that body communication and how it correlates to the content. For example, I can recognize when a student is not understanding something, but then I need to start working on learning how to figure out what specifically they don't understand and how to rephrase my instruction to clarify any misconceptions.
Yes. Well, I'm sure with time you'll develop those skills and need to be, that'll make you a seasoned teacher. You seem to have given a great deal of thought and consideration in your teaching philosophy. Now, I understand you've been a part of Towson University's teaching program, where you're currently completing your final level of the program. What stands out as your most significant thing you've learned about yourself, your students, and about teaching as your future career during your level 4 internship?
Yeah, well, I learned so much this past semester, and I would not have been able to be as successful without the amazing mentor I had, Miss O'Doherty. I have learned so much from her that I did not even consider I could in previous semesters and internships. I think the biggest lesson I've learned is how to be flexible. For example, when a lesson is not going well, I need to recognize that instead of pushing through a lesson that my students aren't understanding, I need to take a step back and meet my students where they are. And I think the best lesson that I've learned from Miss O has been that you need to form positive student-teacher relationships with both the students and their parents. And together, you can involve them in so many learning experiences. There are no limits in learning as long as you have their trust and support. She has always been so honest with her students too. She recognizes their good behavior and their bad behavior and encourages them to improve every day. She never undermines parents or treats the students younger than they are. She sets the standards high and they meet her there. And if they don't meet her there, then she takes the time to reevaluate herself and her own teaching. I guess that's more than one thing to mention that I've learned, but the list is endless in the aspects of teaching I could learn in Miss O's classroom. I am truly grateful to be part of her everyday routine.
Wow, that's incredible that you were able to soak up so much information like that, like a sponge. Well, as your internship is ending, we know that every ending is always a new beginning. Now that you're about to graduate Towson University, what advice would you give a future intern?
I think I would say to the future interns a couple things. 1, you can never be too prepared. Never. 2, you should be patient with yourself as much as possible. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to understand things right away, and that's okay. 3, ask questions because that shows your interest and enthusiasm. And 4, give yourself ample time to complete EdTPA. It took me around 25 to 30 hours total between both semesters, so do not underestimate how much time you'll need.
Well, thanks for coming in today, Jennifer, and good luck in the rest of your graduation and your future career. Your supervisor, Professor Miller, just phoned in to say you'll be an asset to any school lucky enough to have you. So I'm excited to see what you do with this career.
Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you, Professor Miller, and I'll see you at graduation.
Oh, how inspiring. I'm sure our viewers are eager to know. Have you found a job yet?
Not yet, but I'm really excited. This is an exciting time in my life, and I can't wait to see what opportunities come my way.
Mhm. Thanks again, and thank you, America. Have a good day.